party people. Oh, welcome. We got like gray skies and sunshine. We're here in the garden, and I've got a practice for you. It's spring officially. We're into April. It's time to rock and roll and enjoy together. Now, what shall we do? What can we get into? What should we move? What stagnation should we? I gotta find a word that rhymes with into. uh, if you don't mind, I want to just start laying down today. Just have a little grounding, little low back stretch. Oh, that feels good. Down here on the earth, an opportunity to maybe do a little listening to the sounds of spring, to the movement and the motions. The sun is warming, the shoots are shooting. No matter where you are in the world, your early spring things are coming up from the ground. It's all happening, people. The world is turning, the sun rises and sets, and so does the moon. And here we are, an opportunity for a delicious, nutritive practice. Are you feeling that busyness of spring, those stirring? There's a lot going on in the cosmos and the astral planes down here on earth reflected, and we need these practices for checking in, for slowing down, for connecting, for grounding, for embodying. This may be a really intensive time. We've just passed that heavy, intense solar eclipse. It's not really the eclipse that's the issue. It's actually Saturn changing signs 5 hours after the eclipse on March 29th, and a serious party's going down in sidereal Pisces. So it's just it's a lot. So let's kind of tune into that in the body. You may have just cut out and coming back. So we're here with the hands on the belly, breathing into the lower abdomen, in and around all those organs. Nourishing. If we've been feeling the intensity, if we've been feeling out of sorts, come here in the belly with the breath. Make sure you're breathing to the front part of the belly, to the sides, to the back part. Send that breath all the way into the earth behind you. Gentle smile and the face won't go amiss. Hmm. I'm still expanding into my belly and also this right hip, feeling out a few places where the breath still isn't moving with ease, and just being patient with the process of breathing and blood moving and chi, ki, prana flowing. Shifting the hands a little higher into the chest region. Let's breathe here. Anywhere the hands are comfortable, anywhere that helps you bring your mind to the chest. Breathe into the back part of the body. Send the breath down into the earth. Meet up with all those little roots of those shoots pushing up towards the sky right now. Shifting the hands a little higher towards the collarbones, breathing here. We've got a really annoying spring fly flying around right now. They're like young and voracious right now. Oh my God, you flies are killing me. I'm trying to breathe. Let that breath go all the way up, front and back sides. Mm. Next inhale, stretch the arms overhead, big stretch through the body. Mm. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Give the legs a nice hug. Only this fly would leave me alone. So to stretch out the low back. Easing knees in towards chest. Breathing to tight places, breathing to open places. Circles with the knees away and in. Feel how you go all the way around the sacrum. Mm. Moving in the opposite direction. Rocking from side to side. Knees go wide. Opposite circles with the knees. Rocking from side to side. So just giving that love to the posterior of the sacrum. Ooh. Opposite direction. All right, breath with blood. It's springtime up in here. Releasing legs. Zigzag twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees towards the right, head to the left. Feel free to hold. That's what feels good. Give it a couple breaths. The opposite side, inhale and exhale. As well, inhale, center. annoying. I need netting. Coming back to the center, single legged chest. Inhale, right leg comes up, or you just bend the knee, draw that leg up, flex both feet. Knee is directly over the hip, opposite leg is gripping the floor, both feet flex to really activate back of the leg into the low back. Inhale, either stretching back out or just lowering that leg down. Opposite side. Just doing some really nice decompression for the low back. These are some of my faves because there's always just so much tension there in the low back for me. Pretty low down sacrum, tailbone. Yay, this fly. What's your deal, my guy? Both knees in towards the chest again. See how the low back is feeling. From here, we're gonna zigzag twist. Might be a dynamic version. Just feeling some of that juiciness in the low back. And all of these poses were also squeezing large intestine and colon. That's part of the digestive tract, the very bottom, which means that is great for our springtime practice where we want to get all squeezy like with the organs. That's a very technical term. A little rotation from here. We're going to bring right foot up. A little movement in there. A little bobbing. Arms out to the sides. Inhale, exhale. This knee comes down towards the floor. There's a stretch on the opposite hip. You can bring this whole thing back to the center and try out the other side. Might repeat this again to each side. Okay, so just noticing little places and spaces. We're doing external rotation of the hip. Might like just a little wiggling. Inhale, exhale, nice and relaxed so that we can get that stretch, traction on the front part of the hip. Mm. Go back to the first side. And thing has shifted. Slowly getting some of those glutes open. Now, switching sides. Breathing in. Sometimes I play around with that top arm just to like get a different angle in the stretch. single leg twist. Legs are extended. Arms out to the sides. Inhale, bend the right knee. First, just lower that knee to the outside. Get this nice opening through adductors, front part of hip. Let's chill it out here for a breath or two. Inhale to center. Exhale across the body and twist. Oy, 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 oy. Preferably, shoulders on the ground, head is turned in the opposite direction. We're going to breathe a little bit here. Right now, I've got my foot tucked behind the knee. You could also bring it to the outside. You could also bring hand on top of the thigh, just offering a little extra. I feel like I need a little support, to be honest with you. Like, seriously, my guy, you don't have to hang on for dear life. Or please. If that did anything. Now back to center. Might have to go back to that side again just to investigate more. Opposite side. Inhale. Exhale to the outside. I like to turn my head a little here just to keep offering up that mobility for the whole of the spine. Inhale, center, exhale across the body and twist. Don't hesitate to give a little whackaroo to that opposite side. We're inhaling back to center, and we're going to do each side one more time. Like, let's explore, right? Inhale. I'm starting with the right, first to the outside. Inhaling through center, exhale across it, twist. Turning the head in the opposite direction, preferably that shoulder is on the floor. Inhale, center, exhale, release. Last one here. Left leg to the outside or whichever. Inhale to the center. Exhale across and twist. Shoulders down, head turns in the opposite direction. And we're back to center, and we just have a little resting breath here for fun. And just a little palming of the thighs. And again, a little spaciousness through the joint. We are going to take a big old turn onto the belly, do a series of poses from there. Coming on around. Mm. Starting with Adva Asana, arms are extended, forehead towards the floor. We're just going to melt into the floor. This is our centering and starting pose. Hmm. The goal is to melt. Breathe into the back body, melt into the floor. Over the last couple of weeks, as we've been transitioning into springtime practice, activating stagnation in the digestive tract, things like that. But what's also indicated are the gentle back bends from the belly. So we are here, hands are by the sides of the chest for baby cobra, lifting with the upper back muscles, rolling the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together. That's our big lift. And then as we exhale, coming back down, forehead down, take a breath, lengthen the entire spine. Inhale up, roll shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades together, breathe in. Exhale down, forehead to the floor, resting breath. Each of these resting breaths is an opportunity to fluff through the spinal vertebra. Inhale up, roll shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale down. Breathing in, exhale down. Yeah, now keep going. Glutes are pretty quiet, low back pretty quiet, upper back doing the work. Last one, inhale up and hold. Slide the hands forward, elbows come under the shoulders, lifting up. Beautiful extension into Sphinx pose. Really breathing, holding, enjoying the longer hold, supporting the spine, finding its best alignment. Nice breath in. So I did that, and I had to keep holding. Found like a little bit more space. Okay, big breath in. Exhale all the way down. Come back to Advasana, reversed corpse pose. Give it a rest. Half locust pose. Arms come in line with shoulders. We're going to lift opposite arm and leg. So right arm and left leg lift. Doesn't have to be very high. It's pretty efficient to stay low. And exhale down. Inhale, left arm and right leg. Flex the foot. Really activation of the whole back body. Head is lifted, but you don't have to look forward. It's a strain. For the neck, you can just look down at the floor and enjoy this. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Keep going. One more to each side. Advasana. Locust pose. Arms by the sides of the body. We're going to lift with the whole back body. So lift with the hamstrings, the glutes, the chest lifts because back body lifts. Looking forward, trying to lift lower body, upper body. Big breath in. Exhale down. Sphinx pose. And Makara Asana, crocodile pose. You're going to bring the elbows down, the chin into the hands. Easier to hold than Sphinx. Mm. Adjust the elbows for maximum comfort. They could be close to the body, they could be away, they could be close to each other, they could be farther away from one another. Find your sweet spot, find that balance. Nice breath in. Walk the elbows forward. One more time. Ardha Asana. We're gonna bring up the fishtail, bend your knees, and flap the fishtail from side to side. A little range of motion here. Huh? Yep. Push yourselves up and back into child's pose. You could use hands, you could use elbows, you could roll to a side and push yourself up. I'm on this really uneven surface, kind of brutal. It makes you tough. And let's enjoy a nice stretch into child's pose. Mm. A little cat cow. Fingers spread nice and wide. Toes are untucked. Inhale, arching. Exhale, spine towards ceiling. And side to side movement. Inhale, center with a flat spine. Exhale, turn the head and find the heel. Inhale, center. A few times to each side here. Inhale and exhale. One more time to each side, making space between the rib cage. Still working with the same kind of plane, the back body, balance, alternating sides. We're gonna go tabletop pose. Inhale, right arm and left leg straight out. Exhale back to center. Fingers spread wide on the ground. Inhale and exhale. Keep it going. Kind of looking out there so that the neck is straight. Last one here brings us into child's pose. Beautiful springtime pose. Squeezing the belly. Downward facing dog. Opportunity here. A nice big stretch through the spine. Fingers spread wide. Bend the knee. Got a lot of shirts on here. Back down to child's pose. Supta Vajradasana. We widen the feet slightly. Knees together, hands come behind, big stretch to the front part of the body. Could come down into your elbows. With the head back or not. Child's pose with the arms by the sides of the body. Squeeze and breathe. Arms extend forward. One more time, downward facing dog. Pedal through the backs of the legs. Bend the knees and open up glutes, hamstrings. One more time, child's pose. A few of those forward folds and twists we've been doing from seated. We're going to come down into seated position. Legs extended. Starting with Janusrasana, head to knee pose. And we'll draw the right foot straight back. Press on the inside. Playing around with my very tight things. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, reach forward. Right, maybe there's just like a little reach. We flex that foot. Really, I want both hips like on the floor. So I'm not pushing this knee as far down as it could go because I'm sacrificing both hips on the ground because this glute is just like so tight. Little narration, exploration. Probably gonna come back to this side again. Let's switch it up. Left leg presses on the inside. Both hips, sits bones on the floor. Inhale up, exhale. Now I didn't go very far on the first side, so I'm just gonna honor that on the second side. And instead of doing forceful things or what I think my body should do, I'm just gonna repeat. Right? Just keep offering up these little micro possibilities of increasing my flexibility and range of motion. Breathing, holding, breathing and holding, smiling. Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. We got both feet flexed. You can always have a little micro bend in the knees. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, reach. Inhale back up. Exhale down, resting pose. What are we resting here? All those organs we just squeezed. Getting ready to squeeze them some more. But first, let's do a Janu Sirsasana variation. So in this variation, the legs out to the side, foot comes towards the midline, and the leg is out to the side as much as that's a thing for you. So it's my left leg, my right arm comes up, and it's a side bend. This arm actually reaches this way. Also my quad that's keeping this leg from moving. Let's try the other side. Been so interesting to be in this like boot camp fitness kind of thing for the last 8 weeks, and hmm, everything is growing in flexibility, and still this one fascial, like one tension pattern thing here is just locked. So weird that I can still build flexibility, and yet that thing is still totally very intolerably tight. Working with it. Definitely know the things that aggravate it. Back up. So yeah, jaundice or something of variation. How about that head to knee pose variation? Let's bring this into legs extended. We're playing. Oh, lost you there. We've been holding this first side of the twist for a while. We're gonna go to the other side now. So make sure you held this twist long enough. Inhale and exhale, switching sides. Left leg across, right arm wraps. I got options. Oh man. It's like I lost you again on the other side of that Meridichiasana one. Okay, it's Meridichiasana 2 time. We're gonna draw right foot straight back. And we stay centered here. And we wrap wrist, elbow, arm to the outside, also possible. So squeezy here. Breathe to where it's not squeezy. Open up this back shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Wait, you have a whole like half side to breathe into. So let's go opposite side. Backhand pushes the chest forward. Squeeze and breathe. Hope I don't lose you. Breathe in. Exhale. Oh, give those organs a second. Could also be ear towards the shoulder for this resting pose. We've been playing around with it. Marishi Asana 3. Why not? We've got the foot coming straight back. Use the backhand to give yourself a little leverage forward. This arm wraps around. Opposite arm comes to meet. We just keep chipping away at it. Opening up under the shoulder blade. A place where we hold lots of tension, like as a massage therapist. Woo, we always see folks with the tension under the shoulder blade, straightest anterior subscapularis, and then it'll pull on the top of the cap of the shoulder. So give you kind of the feeling of like a rotator cuff problem. Actually, the problem under here. Hey, let's try it out on the other side. Flex that extended foot. I've had a really interesting journey with yoga and stretch over the last several years. Started to really feel like a not helpful thing. Then I went really hard into karate, take a little resting breath. And I lost like 80% of my range of motion building this like really powerful height muscle. Heavy too. I lost, like, I couldn't even do this. I lost my meditation, my meditative seat, um, so much. So it's really been a fascinating journey this last round, balancing the health, balancing the hormones, really understanding like how nutrition is playing a part, and then slowly building back my range of motion like that. So it's really been an adventure, and all of our bodies are just so different. When naturally flexible, not naturally flexible, then moving through the life timeline and gaining flexibility and losing flexibility, and so, but I know the power of, oh, you lost a range of motion, you can totally build it back with gentleness, range of motion, the help of body work, nutrition, the whole thing. And cross training. Yeah. Yeah. Just coming to the seated position. These days we are doing a more traditional yoga class. So it should be followed. It should be finished with a nice 10-minute shavasana or a longer yoga nidra. So I might start thinking about that in the classes that we're doing together, of saving 10 minutes and actually doing a shavasana if that's what we're going to do, because your body needs that processing time. Other than that, it's just exercise, and we're not really getting the deeper benefits of the yoga end of things if we skip the rest. So ever evolving, and here we are evolving with the seasons. So what's next for you? Some pranayama? It'd be so good to bring up our balancing breath, Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, keeping cool, keeping the emotions calm, staying hydrated, thinking about our best nutrition. It's a pleasure to share these practices with you. I benefit from them so much as well. So thank you, and I will see you very soon.